We're off for a little ride. It's going to be Lance, Colin, myself, Chris, Al, and Scott. This is Scott's first time here in Goshen, and today's just going to be kind of a casual day. We'll see where it leads us. The new master link on Chris's bike. Put some air in Lance's tires. Now I think it's time to roll. Who wants to go clear brush?
You, Dave.
Okay.
Hey, welcome back. So yeah, we're down in Goshen and this is us going out for a rip. We've been talking about getting to Goshen all summer long and it just hasn't really happened. I think we might have got here earlier in the summer, I don't recall. But anyway, we all do love riding Goshen because it's fast and flowy. It's usually dry, and this year it's been a pretty wet summer, so that's a nice thing to have. But yeah, I'm going to be out front for a little bit, but not for the whole ride, so you're going to get some better video later on. See, that didn't take long. Got Chris in front of me now.
What you doing there, Al?
Oh, just trying to turn around.
Okay.
Well, I imagine I'll get all the water.
Maybe, yeah.
Nice video last night.
Is that it?
Nice video.
Oh yeah, that's a good fun little area that we opened up.
Schooner.
This video is going to have a few of those little pauses where we stop and kind of shoot the shit. When I was kind of chirping Al there a little bit, is somehow he flipped his bike over backwards coming up that hill. And when I was talking to Chris, what Chris was mentioning was the video that I put out previous to this one, which was us opening up some new trails over where we typically ride. And that new trail is the Schooner Trail. For this ride, I'm really kind of focused on my 10% and riding consistent. So my 10% is the calculation that I did that says that if I was 10% faster, I'd probably be in the top 5 of my category. And consistent is just really learning to ride a little loose and not burning so much energy to go faster. And that really speaks to a mindset more than anything else. Sure, there's some skill development there to be able to rail the corners a bit better, to get on the brakes and slide the corner, but really it's a mindset.
What's that?
Nice pile of blueberry bear shit.
Well, that was Al, and these are the kinds of things guys notice. Blueberry bear shit. So that is Al in front of me, who joined us today and also graciously said we could go over and ride his property, which is the property where the Penobscot Hare Scramble race happens. And I thought that was super cool of him. It was fun to go over. We put in one lap, but there was a couple little things we practiced. But by the time we got there, honestly, I was pretty tired. There's Lance instigating a little bit. He's just having fun today because none of us ride at his pace, but he's having fun with it anyway because he enjoys these kinds of rides. And there's Scott right in front of me. Like I said, this is Scott's first time riding Goshen, and Scott's a relatively new rider. He does suffer the self-deprecation where he gets quite angry with himself when he can't do the things that he feels he ought to be able to do.
Yeah, it's a good hill.
David, you're on a riff.
I'm good.
Compare.
I'm good. I've ridden yours. You still have those bar risers on?
Yeah.
I hated them.
Alright. Yeah, Chris does run bar risers, and he runs his bars quite forward, and I find it very difficult to make his bike steer. But in terms of other bikes I did try today, I did get a little more of a spin on Lance's 450, his new bike, and I gotta tell you, that thing is amazing. The suspension felt so good on it, and you do need to be a bit respectful of the throttle because if you get into it hard, you're getting a lot of bike. Now this right here is a very long uphill that's kind of loose and scrabbly, and this is where Scott has some challenges, but I do go back and we work on clutch a little bit and he's fine.
I'll go down and see how he's making out. Yeah, just get her down to that flat right there.
Problem is I suck and I can't turn around.
Oh, get on the other side of the bike. Or just turn and kind of ride. You want to go maybe 10 feet to your front and kind of turn around. Aim for, you see that root that's coming like this? Yeah. The tail end of that. Then turn over that second root with a little bit of, like, you need a bit of momentum when you get to that point.
Prior to this little clip, we did talk about clutch control, and I told him just to tap the clutch a little bit and keep your RPMs pretty steady. Don't over rev and don't let the bike stall. And I think he grabbed it pretty quick and he figured it out and was able to get going on this hill from a stop and get up the hill without too much more of a problem.
I always love running along this ridge line. What the fuck is the trail?
That is one of the challenges of riding Goshen right now. It hasn't had a lot of maintenance on it over the last couple of years, so we do need to get in and cut some of this back so you can have better sight lines and actually see the trail. For this section, I am riding more consistent, but not 10% faster. But I'll get there.
Dirty, got me.
I think previous to that I might have been riding a little more in the 10%, because that's what Lance yelled at me when he went by. 10%!
You were going 10% faster in there.
For this next section, I'm going to chase Chris for a little bit, put a little pressure on him, and Lance is going to do the same to me.
There was only about 6 inches between his back tire, your back tire, his front tire, and his back and my front and Colin.
That was right on your ass.
Between all of us.
As much fun as that is, I think Lance is getting a little bit tired of our pace.
Oh.
Oh.
Alright, well, fair warning, so let's get out of Dodge and let's keep riding. I've been thinking about the differences of the ergonomics on this XC versus my XCW. What I've been finding is that I get a little more arm pump on the XC. That might be because the bike pulls harder, might be bad body position on my part, not being in the attack position, and that in itself might be related to the ergonomics. I'm fairly tall, and my XCW has very, very minor bar risers on it, but it also has lower foot pegs, and that seems to open up the cockpit enough for me where I can get in the attack position better and not have my arms pulled out. And there goes Chris. Not sure where he was going, he just missed the turn, or I faked him out. I don't know which.
One of my favorite singles here.
Wow, there's Chris giving me a little nudge like he wants to race a bit. Alright, buddy. Now this may not look fast to you, but between Chris and I, we've got a century of experience on this earth, and I assure you, from our perspective, this is quite quick. Lance, on the other hand, lacking the experience that both Chris and I have, did not find that particularly quick.
I'm gonna start rubbing tires against you guys.
Alright, fair enough. I guess that's his motivational speech of the day. I'm gonna dump you in the woods if you don't get a move on. But as we're about to show here, we're quite able to find the woods all on our own. No, there's actually a trail here. There's just some inevitable facts though. As you age, your ability to perceive, make a decision about what you're perceiving, and then reacting to that, it just slows down. It's just a fact of life. And that's why I always end up paying my taxes a little late, and that's what I tell the government. Been a wicked day riding here at Goshen. We've been riding, I don't know, a couple hours anyway, having a good time and moving at a good, pretty consistent pace. After this, we're going to pack up and we're going to go over to Penobscot and run a couple laps on the track, which was really wet. I didn't get a whole lot of video of that. There's a few things I worked on, but ultimately we were pretty tired by the time we got there, so put a couple laps in and called it a day. Unfortunately, I don't have video of that, but there's a little bit more of this video to go. Like this shot right here of Lance coming up the hill on the big 450. Yeah, you gotta watch out for those mushrooms. Well, that about brings us to the end of this video. One more clip here of Colin making his run to the top. It's not a pretty run, but up is up, and you didn't have to push the bike, so it counts.